autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, man. First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go, go. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm on. Mike 50.
Back to throw. Williamson. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Come on. 49, check 49. You draw quarter. Rock it. Check 4. Check 3. Ready.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike's 50. I'm coming.
On 3rd down, Williamson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Back two, Zamanini. Mike, back two. You must be dreaming.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going on the ground, it's White. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Don't say nothing. Whip. Watch the whip. 61, matchbox lights. Don't get nervous. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's White. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 10-yard line. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Looking to throw. Williamson. And it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 1-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back to throw. Williamson fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, hey, hey. We got three. We got three. Alert! Sponge! 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 No, no, no! Stop.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they work this out past the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Check, here we go. Here we go.
Allen running the option to the left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
56 of money. 56 is the money. Push him back. Five wide.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
56. Mike. X3. 218. Chopper. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Out. Safety creep. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on second down. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
I got you. Hey, tight. Mike 56. Hey, exit.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw on 3rd down, Williamson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The second quarter score from KC. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the air, Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch. General West.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bravo. Here we go. 58. Go. Mike, 58 right there. Oh, here we go. Oh.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready to break. 58, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. 80 weapons. Let's go.
First down, here's White. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Here's White. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking in zone for Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Able to fight through one tackle. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Go. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. They gonna need some therapy after this.
From the gun, Williamson. James has got it, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on first down. It's White. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's gonna be a long
To throw on second down. Williamson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to throw. Williamson. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. But now it'll be 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The try here for the extra point. So he missed his first two, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, box drop.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Williamson, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm here all day. Hey, home. He's checking credit.
Now Allen. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. they go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
61, matchbox, white. Yep. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Hatchet. Check. Fresno.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, White. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Williamson. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Go. Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Williamson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Allen off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And got his man complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here's Allen. It's complete to Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Five. Here we go.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He completes it to Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll run with White, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eluding the pressure right. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey. Hey, team 6.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Yes.
58 the mic.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Check tight.
On 4th down, Williamson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Let's go.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check my name. Alert.
I'm coming after you.
So after the INT, it's Allen looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's a victory here